and welcome to the Jerry Springer Show. I'm your host, Geraldine, not Jerry, Springer. Today on the show, we have a young man named Phaedrus. He has come here in hopes of sorting through some issues he's been having with his older friend, Socrates. Socrates is his teacher and maybe lover. And so Phaedrus has written to us and wanted to come on the show and bring on Socrates as well to sort through some of these miscommunications. Let's bring out Phaedrus. Thanks for being here. Please have seats. So, can you tell me a little bit about what some of the confusion's been, what's been going on between you and Socrates? Please share with our audience.
Okay. Well, Socrates was my teacher, and he's a great teacher. I really enjoyed being taught by him, and he taught me about the madness of love and the construction of the soul and beauty and how they intertwine, and there's just this wonderful connection. And he used to read to me. It was lovely. And he taught me in his readings about rhetoric and philosophy and how they're not just for entertainment, they're really to teach people about life. But I got a little confused, I think, and I feel like I was led on a lot by him, and he told me that young boys are really the true example of beauty, and since I'm such a beautiful young boy, I thought that that meant that he wanted more from me, but he's really confusing me with that.
And who wouldn't? Well, we now have some secret footage from a rendezvous between Phaedrus and Socrates. We're going to show it to you so you can get a little glimpse of what exactly has been going on.
So I heard this really good speech by Lysias. Would you mind if I read part of it to you, Socrates?
Sure, that's fine.
Okay. You understand my situation. I've told you how good it would be for us, in my opinion, if this worked out. In any case, I don't think I should lose the chance to get what I am asking for, merely because I don't happen to be in love with you. A man in love will wish he had not done you any favor.
20 minutes later.
And really should work to the benefit of both sides. Well, I think this speech is long enough. If you are still longing for more, if you think I have passed over something, just ask. How does this speech strike you, Socrates? Do you think it's simply superb, especially in its choice of words?
I wouldn't even think that Lysias himself would be satisfied with it. For it seemed to me, Phaedrus, unless of course you disagree, that he said the same things 2 or even 3 times, as if he really didn't have much to say about the subject. Almost as if he just weren't very interested in it. In fact, he seemed to me to be showing off, trying to demonstrate that he could say the same thing in 2 different ways and say it just as well both times. The fact, my dear friend, that my breast is full and I feel I can make a different speech, even better than Lysias. Let me tell you a really good speech. If you wish to reach a good decision on any topic, my boy, there is only one way to begin. You must know what the decision is about, or else you are bound to miss your target altogether. We must realize that each of us is ruled by 2 principles which we follow wherever they lead. One is our inborn desire for pleasures, the other is our acquired judgment that pursues what is best. Sometimes these 2 are in agreement, but there are times when they quarrel inside us, and then sometimes one of them gains control, sometimes the other. Phaedrus, that speech you carried with you here, it was horrible. As horrible as the speech you made me give. It was foolish and close to being impious. What could be more horrible than that? Here's how a speech should go. There's no truth to that story that when a lover is available, you should give your favors to a man who doesn't love you instead, because he is in control of himself while the lover has lost his head. That would have been fine to say if madness were bad, pure and simple. But in fact, the best things we have come from madness when it is given as a gift of the god.
I join you in your prayer, Socrates. If this is really best for us, may it come to pass. As to your speech, I admired it from the moment you began. You managed it better than your first one.
What a foolish thing to say, young man. How wrong you are.
Now that we've seen that secret footage of conversation between you and Socrates, we clearly understand that there's some miscommunication going on here. It's very evident that you aren't truly seeing eye to eye, and you're not really understanding each other's motives. So I think at this point what we need to do is let's bring out Socrates and hear his side of the story. Socrates? Thank you for being here. All right.
You suck!
Socrates, would you please tell us what exactly was going through your mind, how you saw things occurring, and what really your motives were?
I was not trying to lead Phaedrus on. I was just trying to show him that rhetoric had some severe power and that I could give you a bad speech and you wouldn't know the difference if you didn't learn rhetoric. You have to learn how to understand what a bad speech is in order to understand what a good speech is. So I feel that I repressed my feelings for you because I know the importance of teaching you to be a good rhetorician in this time period, and I feel that I've done nothing wrong.
But I really felt like you led me on. I mean, you read me these speeches, and then you threw in a not very eloquent one, and I got confused with what you were trying to teach me. And I don't think that that's fair that you pushed that bad rhetoric on me.
Well, you lured me out of the city. Everybody knows I only leave the city for military service, and I didn't think that was right either. So, I mean, and again, with the bad speeches, you have to know what a bad speech is to respect a good speech. So that's where I stand on the matter.
Okay, well, I want to commend both of you for being so eloquent and so well composed. That doesn't happen much on the show. However, I would like to open it up, if it's okay with both of you, to some comments perhaps from the audience, what their take is on both of you, if that's okay?
That's fine.
All right, great. Let's hear from the audience. Yes, missing the tie-dye up there.
I just want to say that I don't think that from where I'm from that the Lord approves of your little relationship going on. I just want to say that it's just wrong. I'm just saying.
Yes, miss in the black in the center there.
Yo, I'm just trying to say right now that you guys were using way too big words, and I have no idea what you're saying. You need to get with the times and start speaking like you are from here.
Yes,
Yo,
really
I'm
excited.
Here for
Okay. That concludes our segment for today. Thank you all very much for being here. I think it's very clear that we kind of got to the root of some of the issues that were going on. It simply seems that Phaedrus and Socrates were really just having some misinterpretations. It just goes to show the power of rhetoric and really how strong words can be. So please tune in next week as we have Plato on to find out who his baby mama is.
Jerry, Jerry, Jerry.
If you think I have passed over something, just ask. How does this speech... Sorry.
Our inborn desire for pleasures. The other is our acquired judgment that pursues what is best. Sometimes these two are in agreement, but there are times when they quarrel.
We have to go up higher than we're going to
You were kind of confusing her, and she felt that
When they quarrel inside of us, and sometimes one of them gains control. We must realize that each of us is ruled by two principles.
Cut.